Hey everyone, Ty Diaz here in Beaver Creek. Gee, it's kind of light out here. Sunrise this morning, 7:09. Sunset, 5:28. Are you the kind of person to let your friends blindfold you and then they just take you on a surprise trip and you via plane and you just land someplace? They don't let you know where you are until you checked into the hotel? Well, then you've made it here, Beaver Creek. And to find out what's happening in Beaver Creek now that you have that blindfold off, thanks for sharing that with you this hour. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning. It's Heather Blackman here in the beautiful, warm studio here at the Grand Hyatt in West Vail. We just saw Ty out at Beaver Creek, braving the elements on this nice, clear morning. We've got Anthony in the studio as our producer, and we are so happy you're here to start your Sunday morning with us. It's February 5th, so we are in a new month, and it's going to be a full moon today, so lots of fun stuff happening. We've got lots of events coming up that we're going to be sharing with you over the next hour, so stay tuned. We'll be happy to do that with you. And if you're watching us, wherever you're watching us, you can probably subscribe. So definitely make sure that you subscribe on YouTube. You can always leave comments and we can kind of check in with you there. Like us on Facebook, same kind of way, just an easy way to find us wherever you are. And then tune in on channel 17, Outside TV. So any of those spots, great way to find us here every day, 7:30 to 8:30. So driving in this morning, we'll take a look at the weather. Really nice and dry. We've had a couple of really nice, beautiful blue sky days, which has made everything a little bit warmer around here. So you'll see today's forecast. We're already starting out in the teens, so nice way to start the day. It's going to be up to almost 40. And depending on which weather service you see, it might get into the 40s as we get to our high today. So no new great snow in a lot of places. Maybe an inch to 3, it looks like, of overnight coming up. But we've had a ton of snow this season, so the conditions out there are still quite nice. Should be a nice bluebird day, so great day to wear the sunscreen and enjoy the conditions. So looking ahead, we do have a little bit of snow in the forecast as we go, but the lows are not going to be very warm. So you're going to see anywhere from 6 tomorrow as we start the day down into 3s. Definitely going to be some chilly starts to the day, but the week looks nice and warm. So 20s tomorrow, 30s on Tuesday with lots of sun, and then we should have some snow rolling in as we go as well. So we should see a little bit of snow tonight and then again on Wednesday and Thursday. So fingers crossed that that is what we'll see rolling in. Always nice to have a fresh top off before we get out onto the mountains. So like I said, no new snow overnight, but maybe we'll start to see some tonight. Could wake up to 3 to 5 inches. So 5 inches in the forecast for Beaver Creek, 3 inches for Vail. So hopefully we'll see that happen. And then again, you see on Thursday. So the next 5 days, those totals look quite nice. 9 inches at Beaver Creek, 7 inches at Vail. I will take those. And then as we start to look on, a little bit less going out into that 6 to 10 day forecast, but so much can change as we start to look at that. Looking at maybe our lift and snow reports, everything is open, or most everything is open at all the resorts, so plenty out there. You can see the crawl at the bottom of the screen with all the groomers, plenty of nice groomed corduroy snow I think you can expect today. So again, just layering up with that sunscreen and make sure you get out there to enjoy the sunny conditions. Everything looks like it's open as you take a look here at Vail. 100% of the terrain, 100% of the lifts as well, even though that's not shown there, including our newest lift at sundown. So let's bring in Ty, see where he is out at Beaver Creek and how it actually feels out there.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Ty Diaz here in Beaver Creek, and there's a lot of activity already stirring early this morning, even beginning with something as common or as simple as a people mover. We're noticing there's a lot of staff around, posting up to catch their ride to the positions on the mountain where they may work for the day. Areas like that people mover will be bringing some staff back to Talent, which is where the chairs 9, 10, and 11 are. Even earlier this morning, I saw some staff members getting on this Centennial number 6, making their way to another dining area on top of the Mount 10,250 feet above sea level. You'll find Spruce Saddle up there. And the views up there are fantastic, but that's not the top of the mountain. The Share 8 cinch, and it brings even higher to the 11,000 foot level. Speaking of views, there's more. But yeah, as far as how it feels out here, pulling through the gates this morning of Beaver Creek, the signage at the main entrance said 11 degrees. Noticing at the billboard over here next to Centennial 6 over here, this gondola chairlift combination, it says 4 below.
Oh.
But in feels, me next to this fire, plus my Moroccan tea that I've acquired from the Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, I'm feeling pretty good out here as far as feels. But we also have some ski racers out here, people that are practicing on the little racetrack right on the long side of Centennial 6 here. They're not necessarily dressed for 4 below,
No, they
but
don't
I'm
look
sure with
like it.
all the activity and the mood that they'll be keeping warm. But I'm not sure what those warm layers are like or how you're warm before all that activity. But yeah, there's a lot going on out here. Temperature wise, feels
Absolutely.
pretty good, especially by this fire.
Yeah,
How are
no,
you?
looks really nice. I am much warmer inside the studio. Didn't have any idea that that sign behind you might say -4. That sounds a lot colder than what I just read in the weather report. So you never know, as you start to get to the base. Sometimes when you go up, it gets a little bit warmer. Sometimes it's pretty chilly at the base, and it gets a little chillier as you go up. So be a layers day based on kind of what you're saying. It sounds like that's what I would be aiming for.
It's winter time, and those of us tend to dress for it, especially with a lot of experience with winter. But one of my many gigs, besides doing a hosting with you all on this show, I also work in the food and beverage industry, and I was bartending the other evening in Avon, and a customer came in wearing shorts.
Oh, wow. I'm not
You know,
so sure that I am in shorts weather mood
yeah.
personally right now.
So people just wear shorts all of the time. They must have that hot-blooded nature of them all the time. Or maybe in a winter wonderland like this, maybe it's just whiskey.
Ah, could be that too. I am the person, however, if I'm just going from the car to the store, I don't necessarily always wear a coat because I feel like it's going to take me less time to just run in and come back. So, it's only when you're standing out like you are, that's when I've got the nice heavy coat and all the hats and the layers and gloves, all the things to stay warm when I'm kind of standing still.
What's keeping me warm this morning? This jacket provided by the outlets of Silverthorne. And they're not too far from where we are, just a few miles east of us, where you can find some great savings on any time of year gear or layers that you might need. But yeah, it's out here getting dressed up for winter. That's actually part of the experience too.
Yes.
Checking out the technology, finding your style, your steez for different points of the season. In the beginning, you might be wearing something from last year. Rolling into the holidays, beginning of winter, you might start to find those puffier layers because those colder temperatures of that time of year will be coming, or that signature style if it could be a colorway. And then as we move into February and March, we might start picking up that spring break crowd, and some of the crazy costumes start to come out too on
Yeah.
gorgeous, sunnier, warmer days. Those spring layers start to come out too, different style, different steves, just kind of showcasing your personality around wintertime. So it's a part of the fun, getting dressed up.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like you said, it's going to be maybe in the 40s today. So as it gets a little bit warmer, this is the perfect day that you can maybe pull out tutu, really easy to put over the ski clothes and just kind of make it a little bit more fun. I've got SOS later today. And so with the kids, stuff like that is always really fun and just makes it a little bit more exciting way to spend the morning on the slopes.
The kids love it. Ski and Snowboard Society over there, SOS. I believe that's what they stand for, right? That's
Oh,
what
you
those
know, I
letters
didn't
stand for.
actually know what
And
they
you
stood
guys are going
for.
to be on Beaver Creek today, right? You're going to be on
Yep.
Beaver Creek, checking out the brand new McCoy Park that opened last season. Green terrain back there, 2 new chairlifts, fantastic views, and just kind of being a part of Beaver Creek Mountain in a brand new way, but for its second season, discovering McCoy Park. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think we spent a lot of time in Red Buffalo as well, which my kids know quite well. It's my third year with this particular group, so as soon as it was kind of opened up that we could go to McCoy, it's kind of a fun thing. They all really enjoyed riding some new terrain over there, and it's mostly greens, a couple of blues, and it's a great way to just see those rolling views that we have. And I think very unique here. You have to kind of hit that advanced terrain to be able to get those views, but McCoy Park has those gorgeous views. Red Buffalo has those amazing views. I think there's so many places you can ride here that you aren't missing out no matter what your level is.
scattered around the mountain, you'll also find that there's, like I mentioned earlier, plenty of places to get inside if you feel like you need to hydrate, maybe even find a locker, maybe even just to warm up. And if you get inside, or find a place to dine on top of the mountain in these areas that we're describing, Spruce Saddle, Talons, just to list a few, Candy Cabin. Usually there's outdoor seating. You guys can converse, take some pictures, and discuss safety on the mountain as well. Part of the responsibility of us being out on the slopes, having a good time, is knowing the conduct of being on the mountain as well for everyone's safety.
Absolutely. I think that's a really important thing. In the past, I remember seeing napkins at all of the dining locations that had the skier's code on it, which I always thought was super helpful. But I think knowing what that is makes everything so much better. And there was 2 new ones added that actually there must be 3 new ones added to the skier's code since this graphic that we're seeing. So knowing how to be able to load, ride, and unload the lifts, not using the lifts or terrain when impaired by alcohol or drugs. And then if you are in a collision, it's kind of like being in a car, sharing your contact info, making sure everybody's okay, and that you kind of notified an employee. But these are good rules to know, just makes your day a little bit safer, more fun, and make sure everybody is able to enjoy the mountain all season long as well.
Ski resorts around the world have this detail. You can find it if you're here with us in Vail and Beaver Creek by visiting both of their websites, Vail or beavercreek.com. And there, just look up Know the Code and start the conversation today.
That's an awesome idea. Well, very cool. So anything that you've got going on today, are you going to get out on the slopes, or are you heading back to another job later today?
Well, I tell you what, we can talk about that in the next segment because I want to share with you what else is going on around Beaver Creek. Maybe we should cut to a break and then find out our new location because there's a lot going on in Beaver Creek I would like to share with you. And it all kicked off last Thursday with Culinary Weekend. We'll talk about that after this.
That sounds great. All right, well, we'll be back after this quick break.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Whole outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court, at customer service, and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. We are going to check in on your headlines in the Vail Daily. If you have not grabbed your paper for today, they are available all over town. You'll see these free boxes. I always like to grab one before maybe having your morning coffee or anywhere. You can also check it out online. But let's take a look at some of the headlines that you're going to see in today's paper. So, a legacy of learning. The National Brotherhood of Skiers has introduced tens of thousands of people to snow sports since 1973 with its emphasis on fun and community. This looks like a fun group. I feel like would be a neat way to spend the day. So the National Brotherhood of Skiers is celebrating the 50th anniversary of its annual Black Summit this week, bringing more than 1,200 predominantly Black skiers and snowboarders from around the country to Vail for competitions, parties, fundraising efforts, and world-class skiing. And if you kind of read through this article, it looks like none of this was actually planned. The development of the organization was kind of like packing a little snowball at the top of the hill and getting it started down the run, and it gets bigger and bigger as it goes. So lots of great information about this. It looks like there are activities happening all week long on this. So if you'd like to learn more, definitely check it out. There's a ton of information in today's paper. Then looking at our local and regional sections, perfect pairing. So Ty talked a little bit about this in the last segment, but this is our winter culinary weekend at Beaver Creek, which has great food from celebrity chefs with skiing, snowshoeing, and views of the Rockies. So look at all of these delicious looking foods in these photos on here. At that bottom right one, you'll see from the Colorado Farm to Table reception, which featured locally grown Colorado foods from our farmers market, which is on Thursday. I had the chance to go to one of these events on Friday night. Quite a neat thing. And there are 2 more events still happening today that I think we'll talk about later, but definitely check out the paper for a little bit more. Then moving on to A5, vets and their families bond on and off the slopes. 17 wounded veterans take part in the annual Winter Family Program put on by the Vail Veterans Program. So CV is one of the 17 wounded veterans taking part in the annual Winter Fun Program, or Winter Family Program, put on by the Vail Veterans Program. It's a nonprofit that was founded in 2004 and brings military wounded and their families to Vail for healing and connections. Many of the vets who attend have physical wounds, but for CV, it's the mental wounds from back-to-back deployments and trying to pretend that everything is fine that ails him. So this is a fantastic program then that allows them to kind of come together, bond, do something fun, experience the beautiful Vail Valley. So you can read more about this program and some of the things that are going on A5. This is always such a fun thing. If you want to have your picture in the paper, there's 2 ways to do it. So we've got that hashtag Vail Live. You can just tag any of your photos on Instagram with this for a chance to be featured in the paper so that you get to be in print as well. And then as well, Town Talk right below it. If there's something that you want to feature, maybe a birthday like you see there for Harper and for Shelley, you can just email your photo and a caption into Town Talk at Vail Daily. So 2 really cool ways that you get to be a part of the paper. It's always kind of really neat to see your face highlighted there. In arts and entertainment, a little bit more on the art and soul on the slopes. So Trisha also did a really cool piece about this, but you can go by the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and become familiar with the work of Lamont Joseph White, an artist who was tapped by the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and art in public places to curate fashion throughout the decades and create a painting commissioned by the town of Vail. So this is being featured at that. This is in Vail, kind of by the visitor center. So a great way to go check this out and learn more about the artist and see a lot of the different pictures he has collected on display there. And I think last but not least, it is a full moon. So why do we see shapes in the moon? This was really fun. I looked this up earlier, so hopefully I'm going to pronounce this word correctly. So as humans, we often interpret these light and dark patches on the moon's landscape as familiar shapes. This tendency to make meaning out of the shapes we see on the moon is described as lunar pareidolia. So kind of a cool concept if you want to go look it up. It's a psychological phenomenon where our brain creates familiar images or patterns when none exist. And Ty and I were chatting about this before, wondering if it's the same term when you see things in the sky and the clouds. So lots of cool stuff. This is on page A14 if you want to learn a little bit more about it. And those are just a few of today's headlines. So much more in the paper. There is lots of stuff to choose from this morning. So grab your copy or check it out online so that you can catch up with everything that's going on. Then looking a little bit at the traffic, my drive in from Edwards this morning, perfectly clear. This is what we get from a couple of days of warmer weather, blue skies. So pretty easy going, you can see right there. Looks like maybe a little bit more going on near Eisenhower Tunnel. Sometimes that starts to happen. So take advantage of the clear roads, but always remember just keeping a little extra space just keeps everybody safe on the roads. You never know when you're going to hit that patch of leftover slush or slickness. And so just being able to kind of take your time, always a good idea idea, no matter what it looks like on these travel cams. And then as the snow comes in tonight, this could change very quickly. So definitely being aware of that. All right, well, let's bring Ty back in and maybe hear a little bit more about the winter culinary events that are going on this weekend.
Yes, thank you very much. So here I am again, Beaver Creek, but another location. If you're wondering where I am, Beaver Creek. But is this more than one place? There's another location known as Beaver Creek, and that is located right underneath that bridge. The creek runs right beneath it. That is Beaver Creek, and it starts way back there. It takes it all the way down into the heart of town. And so if you're wondering about more than one way to discover Beaver Creek, just hang out by that bridge over there. Take some pictures too. Makes for a great postcard. But a lot of people tend to return to Beaver Creek for many reasons, and you can find out why when you get off of the bus in the location where I'm standing. And notice this digital board letting you know about all of the events that are happening around Beaver Creek, as well as how to navigate your way into Beaver Creek via its transportation. And here you will find something known as Village Connect. It's an app that you can download onto your phone, and then you can check out the timing of the buses from the parking lots to get you here and how soon it'll return to get you back to wherever it is that you may have parked. And that's very helpful when it comes to dining at any of these locations, doing a little bit of shopping, and then racing over the bus. Just kind of time it. You'll also find out upcoming events like Talents Challenge that are happening in Beaver Creek, which happens at the end of this month of February, where strong skiers and snowboarders take on some of the toughest double black diamond terrain. I believe there's 14 of them right there on the backside of the Beaver Creek Mountain. Chairs 9, 10, and 11 are back there. And it's a tradition where there's always some parties, some food, some beer afterwards, and of course some prizes that you could win. So log on to beavercreek.com to find out more about Talents Challenge.
Hey, and that happens to also, Ty, I don't know if you know this, but one of the benefactors of that program is also SOS Outreach that we were talking about earlier. So not only do you get to ski all that fun advanced terrain, but it's kind of for a good cause, which is even better.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people being groomed into the sport, which just becomes a normal life for the rest of us around here. And so, yeah, a lot to discover while you're up here. You can also find out about concerts and shows here in Beaver Creek. Just by walking around, you find more than one of these digital boards around, letting you know about who's taking the stage. Like later on this evening, there will be an evening with Sarah Joros. She's a 4-time Grammy Award winner, possesses a captivating voice and richly detailed songwriting. And you can find out about tickets, getting those online for the Vail Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek. You can get you can find out more about that by visiting vailpac.org. And the Vail is located right beneath the ice rink here in Beaver Creek. There's an escalator set that brings you right down to that location. You find some intimate seating inside. You can enjoy your wine and beer in that seating area as well. But any time of year, you can catch a show at the Vail, concert, comedy, even a Shanghai type circus on stage, and that's also coming up this week. And again, to discover more about what's happening at the Vail, visit vailpac.org. And here it is, the Peking Acrobatic Features, the Shanghai Circus. And a few seasons ago, I had the opportunity to catch a show like this. It could be the very same group. And man, let me tell you, every seat in the house was the best seat to preview this. Very colorful and lively, brings in the laughter too, and very impressive, especially now that we're talking about seeing shapes and things. There's a lot of magic in their work.
Absolutely. And like you said, there's literally not a bad seat in that house. I've been to a couple of shows at the Vail this season, and no matter where you sit, you have such a great view. It feels very intimate. It's just such a nice space, and we get some really great talent that comes through. So if you want to see, a singer-songwriter like you were mentioning tonight, or Peking Circus, or sometimes they'll have kind of like movies that are displayed in there. There's just about everything you can think of. It's one of my favorite places to go enjoy a little bit of culture while you're in the valley. So,
speaking of the culture, here in Beaver Creek this past weekend, and today's the last day of it, is the Beaver Creek Culinary Winter Culinary Weekend that's been going on. And another event kicks off today between 9 o'clock. The event itself ends at 10, featuring Bloody Marys and some nosh over at Hooked Seafood Sushi and Market, as well as Alpine and Antlers, another feature later on today. But you took in a part of this occasion, I believe on Friday, you said. And what did you check out?
I did. So on Friday night, I went to Allie's cabin, and I have to say, it was actually going to Allie's that was the draw because it's the one cabin I haven't had a chance to go to yet, and it's a little bit trickier to get into than some of the others. So we got to go. I'm trying to find the name. Epicurean Escape at Allie's cabin. So very fun. Whenever you go to any of these cabins, you can also do this at Zach's, even when it's not a winter culinary weekend. You get to go up by sleigh, which is kind of one of those snowcats. They've got big, comfy, warm covers that you get to wear. I think they're just big parkas that keep you warm on the ride up, and it's always a really special experience. The one I got to go to is one of the Top Chef competitors. Brother Luck was one of the featured chefs. There was actually 3 chefs there for the evening. Excellent, excellent food. So whenever you see one of these winter culinary events, if it sounds interesting at all, my advice, I've been going to these for years, is try to make it a priority and go, because you're never disappointed. It's just such a fun way to experience our really high-class dining in such a beautiful setting.
You're talking about taking in nature in some of these experiences, as well as enjoying the presentations of celebrity chefs and those chefs that are here in Beaver Creek that you can discover some of your favorites. And a few days ago, maybe it was Saturday's event, there was a kind of like a Nordic Center approach to earning your appetite. And the Nordic Center, if you're looking for things to do on Beaver Creek, maybe even a guided tour, renting some snowshoes, and seeing Beaver Creek in a whole new way, other than Main Mountain doing the skiing and boarding, just opposite of us right here at the Strawberry Park location. And the sign says it right there on that little sidewalk, Nordic Center, Sports Center right there.
Yeah. And I've done some of those events too. And like you said, definitely getting to earn your food, which is kind of fun. And it's just a beautiful setting. So McCoy Park that we were talking about earlier, they have snowshoe only trails as well as the ski trails. So you get to see a different part of the mountain. And looking maybe more towards the back, like by Holy Cross, I think is really where some of those views are. So great way to just kind of enjoy whenever you see those type of things pop up. And maybe if you're looking for something different. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that, for those that are just arriving with us this week, other than the winter culinary feature ending today around 10 o'clock, still, every day of the week in Beaver Creek, there's lots of events going on, and some that are just regular special events like Thursday Night Lights. It is a firework feature every Thursday night at dusk, where you can enjoy a DJ sound of music, a little ski down, snowboard down parade led by an instructor right there on Main Mountain, Beaver Creek by the Haymaker Gondola. And maybe if you're of ability skiing and snowboarder, you could be a part of that parade. And when the last skier boarder comes down, then the evening skies light up with fireworks for about 2 minutes. And then everybody kind of makes their way back to their dinner plans.
So I've not gotten to do this before, but I'm going this coming Thursday with SOS. There's lots of SOS events right now. But if anybody's planning on going out, you should definitely look for me. I'm really excited to do it. My understanding is you just need to be able to link your turn, so be kind of a comfortable green-blue skier, and you get to participate. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm glad to get to actually participate this time around. Is that something you've done before? A lot of fun
and colorful, because everyone will have some kind of glow stick wand that has like a disco light feature that just keeps changing from blue to red to yellow, and it's a lot of fun. And to find out more about Beaver Creek's Thursday Night Lights, and to even get registered to find out about registration, again, visit beavercreek.com and click the link Thursday Night Lights.
So we talked about 2 of those winter culinary events. One other thing that's a little different that you could do that's happening tonight is the cocktails and canvas, or cocktails and clay. They kind of alternate from week to week. But this is tonight in Edwards at the Alpine Art Center. That's $49 to $59. These are super fun events. I have gone to many of these. There are my beautiful art, maybe not beautiful, my creations are hanging in our house. And it's kind of a neat way to, with friends or family, maybe it's a date night, maybe you're taking your kids, or just meeting up with some friends. All of those I've kind of done. And they walk you through every step. So you look at like the end picture and you think, how in the world is that going to look anything like that? But they do a really great job of walking you through it. And it has all the material with you. And you can also purchase beverages while you're there. So it's a really fun opportunity if you're looking for something a little bit different than what we've been talking about. There is always something going on in the Valley. And this is just one of those that maybe is a little bit more unique than things you've done at a ski resort before.
When you take a vacation or a trip, one of the many goals is to relax, go slow, take it easy. And when you do that, from Edwards all the way to Vail here in Beaver Creek and Avon as well, you might notice that art can be found everywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about one of the headlines, right? The can't talk public art that we had with one of the new artists that has something on display this week. So there are things you'll see on the side of buildings around here that are just absolutely beautiful. So that's definitely something to keep an eye out for as you're kind of exploring. See if you can find some of those murals that have been painted or different things like that, hidden everywhere.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to go and vanish and maybe find another location to share with you guys, and I'll let you handle some more business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think right now we're going to check out some Calvin Klein outfits from the outlets at Silverthorne. So let's see what we've got ready for that. Just one second. Anthony is pulling this up. And while you're waiting, making sure, one other thing in the paper that can be helpful, we've talked about a lot of different events, but there is so much going on. So the calendar of events is another good reason that I like to grab the paper. So look at this. There is so many ways that you can kind of spend the next week. So if you're looking for more things, even that we didn't touch on, that's another great way to kind of know what's happening around the valley. All right. And so now let's go check out that Calvin Klein winter collection from the outlets at Silverthorne.
Outlets at Silverthorne. We're here today to show you some amazing looks from Calvin Klein. First, I got to share with you my jacket. Love this. They have it in a multitude of colors. It's normally like $79.50. It's half off. Plus, the rewards program, you sign up, give them your email. Oh my gosh, 15% off every purchase. So my jacket is like $35. Amazing. Love it. Super cute. Hoodie. Great for outdoors. Great for here. Great for Silverthorne. And next, I can't wait to show you what Rachel has on, because Rachel's all about performance wear. So she has on Calvin Klein Performance, her pink performance jacket, her pink splatter sports bra, her pink splatter leggings, and her fanny pack. Whole outfit would be $307. With her 15% off rewards plan program, it will actually cost her $114. Rachel will be saving $192. Saving more than she spends. Love it. Thank you, Rachel. And next we have Elizabeth. So Elizabeth has on the cutest outfit. Love it. She's got her black and white puffer jacket on. Amazing. Her red long sleeve shirt dress, which it can be a dress, it can be a tunic, anything she wants. So we have her faux leather leggings on with that, which looks great. And then of course she's got her fabulous scarf and her hat. Whole outfit would be $492, comes to $194. Elizabeth's gonna save $298, all from Calvin Klein Outlet, only at the outlets at Silverthorne. Pretty amazing. Thank you. And then we have Maddie. So Maddie's all about sports, and she's just really ready to go. From school to ski, she is there. She's got her fun heathered hoodie on. She also has her maroon puffer hoodie on. She has her maroon ribbed sports bra, and then she has her black nylon backpack and her ribbed leggings. Her whole outfit would be $403, comes to $160. She's gonna save $242. Way to go, Maddie. Okay, Nathan, it's all about you. You look fabulous. He's got on his Calvin Klein fabulous hoodie, black hoodie, love it. He already said, I'm gonna buy this. He's got his cobalt blue fabulous infinite stretch jacket, so comfy, but it looks amazing. And then he also has his scarf detailed there. It looks great as he has it. And then he's got his fun front fanny pack, which you can wear in a multitude of ways too. $481 would be retail, comes to $224. Nathan's gonna save $257. Thanks, Nathan, looking great. Love this outfit as well. She's got on her Calvin Klein white puffer vest, her black and white Calvin sweater, which is so great, her black beanie, love it, of course, her fabulous, these are caramel faux leather pants. I think they are absolutely amazing. They would cost her $42. That just gives you a feeling of how inexpensive you can get things at Calvin Klein outlets at Silverthorne. Her whole outfit would be $457, comes to $188. She's gonna save $268. Pretty amazing. It's so fun and beautiful to shop at the outlets at Silverthorne, and be sure to stop in at Calvin Klein where you can steal deals. See you soon.
Welcome back. Let's bring in Ty. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the upcoming events at the Vail Performing Arts area in Beaver Creek. Oh, and Ty, you're right across from that entrance where those escalators are.
Yeah, so I'm actually standing on top of the Vail Performing Arts Center, and beneath here, this ice rink and this entire platform here, that's where it's located. And to get to the Vail, as you were pointing out earlier, you notice that glass right there. That's the escalators that go down. It brings you to the Vail. There's also shuttles. If you're staying in Beaver Creek from your ski in, ski out, or any of the hotels, that'll bring you right to that location. So no need to worry about driving and finding parking, doing that whole jockeying thing. Take advantage of the amenities that Beaver Creek has to offer to get you to a show. Right beneath the ice rink, the Vail Performing Arts Center. And so what was it that you wanted to point out that was going on? We do have a show this evening.
Yeah, there's the show this evening. I think that's Sarah Geraz. I hope I did her name justice there. So that one is tonight at 7. I will say when the shows start at 7, it's kind of a nice time to come in, eat a little early dinner. There's so many restaurants you can choose for right above there. So that way you're already at Beaver Creek. All you have to do is kind of walk down those escalators and go right inside. Makes it really, really easy. So yeah, tonight is Sarah Geraz. Then we have those acrobats coming up on the 8th. That is Wednesday. The only reason I know that's Wednesday is it's also my husband's birthday. But there's a couple of shows there. So that's 4:30 and 7:30. There's some great student tickets on that one so that you can come and enjoy for a little bit of a discounted price. And then on the 10th, and I believe that is Friday, we also have the Branford Marsalis Quartet. So it's like a speaking test today. So 7 p.m. So yeah, whenever there's 7 or 7:30, that's what I would do. If you're not in a place that has the shuttle, like Ty mentioned, it's really easy to park in those decks there, and parking is included with your Vail ticket. So you don't even have to worry about it. You can come have your dinner, maybe have a drink, and then just walk down those stairs, go get to enjoy the show. They also have great concessions down there, so some options for during the show as well. But lots of fun stuff coming up even in the next week. And if you start to look out, there's a ton of cool events coming up. Again, all different types of things. Like we talked about tonight, we've got a singer, we've got a quartet, and we've got the circus. So I think we've got the bases covered.
Now, as far as the Vail, that's what's happening beneath the surface, but on top of the surface, maybe the show could be a family member of yours or you yourself by getting out here and do a little bit of ice skating this evening. Normally set to music, all the flashing lights will be on right here for you. And you can also kind of check out a lot of the art installation that's around Beaver Creek as well that we were discussing, like some of the Swite Snow Forest feature that's going on over here. And you'll also find a lot of sculptures throughout Beaver Creek as well to kind of entertain your camera, to take pictures documenting that you were here and maybe sharing back into some of the memories, but still taking into the culinary weekend experience that's going on as well. You'll see a lot of tents on the plaza as well. Opportunity to grab some hot cocoa and kind of walk around the plaza and discover what they're doing as far as dining and shopping and even just spying some of the entertainment on ice. Again, plenty to do while you're here. And these events, as far as ice skating in Beaver Creek, that's every day. But here's one of the art installations. Notice how those trees light up, and they're right behind me over here. During the day, they kind of take on that daytime winter effect. Then at nighttime, blasts of colors, surrounded by all the carousel of people enjoying themselves and previewing and spying a lot of the ice skating going on here as well. And you can rent your skates here too.
Yeah, and those flowers change colors, if I remember from just the other night. So they're all lit up and it changes. It's just really active. It's beautiful. And the goggles that you kind of saw, I guess to your right, Ty, those even light up at night too. So it's all super colorful as the sky starts to get darkened, like everything else kind of comes alive. So it's such a nice way to just enjoy the outdoors. And, I think people think cold, you've got to go inside, but if you bundle up nicely, you can kind of stroll through the plaza down there, and so much to see.
It's kind of fun to be bundled up like this. I mean, just putting on all the layers, spending a lot of time in the mirror too, getting it together, the ensemble, making sure you're wrapping the scarf right. Maybe today is a balaclava day. Maybe it's a helmet, beanie, goggles day, or maybe it's just all Italian and sunglasses and just looking real sporty. I don't know. It's part of the fun of being out here in wintertime. Speaking of being outside and bundling up, today, kicking off at 10 o'clock, you'll find another opportunity to earn your appetite with the Beaver Creek Winter Culinary Experience that's going on. It says snowshoe and Sunday brunch between 10 and 1 o'clock. Wrap up your memorable culinary weekend with a guided snowshoe tour, followed by brunch at it's a challenge speaking. It's frozen face. Alpine and Antlers with Chef Sammy Shipman. Really nice guy, Sammy. He is over there. I wanted to pop in there and say hello. Featuring Lalo Spirits cocktails with Nick Touch, and that's located in the Beaver Creek Lodge, and that kicks off at 10 o'clock. So again, a little snowshoe, a little bit of Alpine and Antlers, and this winter culinary experience continues all the way until 10 o'clock tonight. So it's still something for you to get into and check out while you're here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, and just a reminder, I don't know, Anthony, do we have access to that interview that Trisha did with Sarah Jarvis for tonight? We'll see if we can pull that up, but I know she talked with them. So again, looking at so many things we can do. We can do the one of the snowshoe events to the Alpine and Antlers. We can go see one of the shows tonight. Maybe you go do a little bit of ice skating. Maybe you do a little bit of everything. There's so much that you can pick from. Definitely doesn't need to be it could be one of those days that you are, hitting the slopes and kind of making that your focus, or there's so many other ways that you can enjoy. I think
multitasking, doing all that in Beaver Creek while holding a chocolate chip cookie.
Exactly.
Morning.
Hey, and that's definitely a good one. I mean, that is my favorite thing. Okay, maybe not favorite. One of my favorite things about going to Beaver Creek is those cookies at 3. I bet those guys are going to be trying to find them at 3 o'clock.
Oh, they know about it. Some go looking for it as early as this morning, and sometimes you never know, it can be found. But yeah, absolutely. So are we checking out something that Trisha had discussed with this? Is that what's going on next?
Yeah, Anthony's pulling that up for us right now. So we'll get to that in just a moment as soon as he's able to get that downloaded. But that's for the show that's tonight that we've been talking about. She was able to interview the artist a little bit earlier, and so we get to learn a little bit about her experience and what we can expect in tonight's show as soon as that gets kind of geared up. Have you been into any of the Villar shows so far this season? I know you're always very busy.
So this season, I have not gone into and caught a show, but sometimes if there is a show going on, I like to walk by there. There's always that curious walk by where there's a show happening. It's a great time to kind of hobnob and see your friends, and maybe even score a last minute ticket, to get in on the shows. Sometimes for me, most of the time for me, I have to say, it's more of an on the spot impulse kind of a catch a show type of a thing. One of my favorites that I was able to catch at the Villar a couple of seasons ago was when Patti LaBelle took the stage one summer, and I would have to say that was probably 2017 or 2018. And let me tell you, man, I grew up on her music of many styles and sounds, of course, but to watch her sing her rendition of "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" takes you there. And that's what's really nice about the Villar for that. I also was able to catch comedy there once. It was Lisa Lampanelli, and so her comedy style and a lot of stand-up comedian styles, they like to roast the audience, talk directly to you. So all of the house lights can kind of come up and talk to the guests. Now you're thinking to yourself, how is that possible? If they're on stage and you're in your seat, does someone go up and down the aisles and with a microphone and come to you so you can talk to the person on stage? The Villar is designed so perfectly for sound and conversing with the artist on stage that you are heard perfectly dyadic in that conversation with you and whoever's on stage. That part. So yeah, they've really put a lot into it to think about how it could be best enjoyed. And for those who haven't checked it out yet, check out a show at the Villar. Check out what they have featured coming up. Get some tickets and go and check out the Villar, villarpac.org to find your shows.
And if you want to win tickets for tonight, we actually have a giveaway on Instagram. So go check it out. It is Vail Valley Live. You'll find Instagram.com, Vail Valley Live, and you will see the latest post for the show tonight for Sarah Jarvis. It's just only 3 little things you have to do to enter. So definitely take advantage of that. And then we are ready. So let's kind of pull in that interview with Trisha and Sarah and learn a little bit more about the show tonight.
We are celebrating 25 years at the Villar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek, and we have a great musical lineup. And one of the artists that's coming on the 5th of February is Sarah Jarosz, and she is on the TV with us this morning. And thank you so much, Sarah, for chiming in. I know you're busy; you're on tour right now, so we'll keep this short. We know you got your gig this evening, but yeah, where are you calling in from?
I just arrived here in Medford, Oregon. I'm currently on tour with Sean Colvin and Mark Cohn, and we're having a great time. But as you can see, I'm backstage in the dressing room.
Yeah, awesome. Well, good. We're so glad that we got to chat with you, and congratulations on such an amazing career. You're only 31 years old. You've already won 4 Grammys. You just you've collaborated with so many different people, and yeah, to be touring with Mark Cohn and Sean Colvin, how's that going?
It's been, I mean, just lots of pinch me moments. It really is, it feels very full circle, and their albums inspired me to do what I do. So
Okay.
it's really special to get to share the stage with them.
Yeah, definitely. Now, when you come to Beaver Creek, you won't have them with you. Will you be playing with any of the songs from I'm With Her or off the latest album? What can we expect at the show?
Well, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of my music. I'm going to be in a duo configuration with Jeff Picker, bass player, and we're going to be just doing a lot of my songs over the course of all of my albums.
It's such an intimate setting. It's a 535 seat theater. I think it's going to be just a great format to have you and just 2 people on stage. It should be wonderful. But let's get a little bit of your background. So I understand that you're from Texas, and when did you start playing music?
Yeah, I was born in Austin, Texas, and grew up in a little town called Wimberley, which is only about 2,000 people. And music was always around. My parents are big music lovers. There was never really a time when I considered doing anything else with my life because it was just what I loved for as long as I can remember. I'm very grateful for everything that's happened so far.
Oh yeah, and you know what? And you've had some amazing collaborations and be able to share the stage with so many great performers. And our condolences we saw on your Instagram post and your Facebook post. You know, David Crosby just died a few days ago. So we're very sorry. You had worked with him. Tell us what that experience was like.
Yeah, I feel so grateful having gotten the chance to sing with him. He came to my show in Santa Barbara, I want to say in 2016 or 2017 at the Libero Theater, and walked backstage, and I didn't even know he was there. And he was just so complimentary and such a huge supporter of my music. And he would come to my show every time I played there. And so eventually we became friends, and he would call me and we would talk about music. And eventually that led to him asking me to sing on his last record, a Joni Mitchell song for free. And I'm just so grateful for being able to sing with him. And I actually, it's really heavy, but about a week before he passed away, I sang harmony and played octave mandolin on a new record that he was in the midst of working on. So, hopefully that'll come out someday. But yeah, he really went out of his way to champion artists that he believed in and that he loved. And, he was creating right up until the very end. So it's pretty inspiring.
Oh yeah, well it definitely is. Well, when you come to Colorado, you're hitting a few other ski towns as well. You've got Beaver Creek, you've got Aspen, you got Park City, 4 nights in Park City. Are you going to get any time to ski? Do you ski at all or enjoy the slopes?
I would love to. I did ski a lot when I was a kid. It's probably been about 20 years. So I'm actually getting married this year. And if it weren't so close to my wedding, I would definitely hit the slopes. But having not skied in about 20 years, I'm a little nervous to hit the slopes, but I will definitely enjoy the winter weather.
Oh, you definitely will. Okay, yeah, yeah. And you're always welcome back anytime you want to
Thank
ski.
you.
And then, all right, let's get to our rapid fire questions right now. So, Sarah, if you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
It's a tough one because I've always played music, but I think I really romanticize little bakeries in small towns, and so I think I love to cook and I love to bake. So I feel like I would love to just open a little tiny bakery with like a bookstore in the front, and that would be my life.
Okay, that sounds fabulous. All right, what was your top on your Spotify Wrapped this year? What artists are you listening to?
A big one for me always is James McMurtry, who is a great Texas singer-songwriter and someone who I've been listening to my whole life, but in the past couple years have just been really obsessed with his records. It was maybe a tie between him and my friend Rustin Kelly, who is an amazing songwriter and singer. I think they came in towards the top of my list.
Okay, okay, awesome. And if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
It'd probably be some sort of teleportation because, it's as a musician, as a traveling musician, the 2 hours that you're on stage is wonderful, but there's a lot of traveling to get to the stage. So it would be very convenient to be able to just, teleport right to
Yeah.
the venue.
Perfect. Okay. And then if you could collaborate with any one of your musical heroes, who would it be?
Well, I would have said David Crosby, so I just feel so grateful that that got to happen before he passed away. I've just been so lucky to get to great with so many heroes over the years. The one person who comes to mind, who I actually got to see 2 nights ago, she came to our show in San Francisco, is Bonnie Raitt. I adore her, and I think she's the coolest person ever. So.
That's super cool. All right. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll have a collaboration coming up. And I hear that you're signed up to be at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival this summer. So
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of Colorado in my future, which, I started going to the Rocky Grass Festival in Lyons, Colorado when I was 11 years old. So my whole life, Colorado's been a very special place for me and my music, and so I always look forward to coming back.
okay, well, we are looking forward to having you come to the Villar Performing Arts Center. Once again, that show is going to be on Sunday, the 5th of February, 7 p.m. Tickets are still available, but they do sell out. So, Sarah, thanks so much for your time today, and great luck with the shows in Oregon, and we will see you in Colorado soon.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I am at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
Guess what? We're having a model search at the outlets at Castle Rock, and you're invited. Yes, for guys and gals school age from 6 to 21 years old, you'll be able to try out on Saturday, February the 11th. You'll be in our photo shoots, you'll be in our TV segments, and you're gonna be a star. And guess what? You don't pay one dime. I can't wait to meet you, and we'll see you on Saturday, February 11th. Go to outletsatcastlerock.com for more information.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Let's take one more look at the weather and traffic and make sure that you guys are set for the day. So today, right now, mild temperatures, Beaver Creek 17, 15 degrees at Vail, but getting up to 39 or even maybe 40s today. Bluebird skies, I think a lot in many of the forecasts. So just make sure you've got that sunscreen and get out and enjoy some nice blue skies. And then as we look a little bit further into the week, we do have some snow hopefully coming in tonight, so that's going to bring some colder weather with it. But snow in the forecast both tonight, also into Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures are going to be in the single digits in the mornings most of the week, but getting up into nice mid-20s into 30s as well. So nice, I think those are some milder temperatures and very good conducive for snow, which is what we definitely want to see. By next Saturday, we'll be back into the 40s. So we've got pretty much all the weather covered as we go into this next week. And then just taking a quick look at our snow report. So we've got our 5 inches in the forecast, hopefully overnight into tomorrow at Beaver Creek, 3 inches forecast for Vail. Fingers crossed that we're going to see those nice numbers, maybe even a surprise a little bit more. And then again on Thursday, 4 inches at both Beaver Creek and Vail on Thursday. So definitely some refreshing in the forecast as we start to look out into the next week or so. Quick look at traffic. The roads were nice and dry this morning coming in from Edwards, and you'll see on all the cameras, things look pretty nice. As the snow starts to come in, that'll probably start to change. So regardless of those temperatures or what the snow or the roads look like, making sure you give plenty of room. You never know where you're going to hit that little patch of slush or ice that's still left on the roads. So just take it easy, leave plenty of time, make sure that you can get there safely. Well, let's bring back in Ty just to wrap things up for today. Make sure that you guys are feeling excited about all the stuff we've got going on at Beaver Creek. Yeah, it looks like we've got a line definitely started behind you, huh?
Yeah, so as you stated earlier, no new snow reported the past 24 hours, starting the morning off with chilly temperatures, warming up temperatures making their way into somewhere near the lower 40s. Some clouds are moving in overhead right now. Chances of snowfall looking pretty decent, 1 to 3 possible, but some snow in the forecast also for this week. As you know, Vail and Beaver Creek Mountain opens at 8:30, but exciting to share with you an early open right here at Beaver Creek by 4 minutes. We're already seeing some movement. Families, kids, ski racers, individuals making their way on both the gondola as well as inside of the chairlifts over here, taken after what you can find on Beaver Creek Mountain today, groomed runs. And what runs are you looking forward to as you're making your way to Beaver Creek today? If you're looking for a fantastic green groomer today, Dally is groomed for you today, as well as the beginner area of Chair 2 for those getting started and first learning to getting their legs underneath them for both skiing and snowboarding. If you're looking for some blue runs on Beaver Creek today, Gold Dust Toyota Race Center, you can find some of those today, as well as Latigo 1876, something more challenging, and also the Groomer's Choice groomed after midnight on Beaver Creek Mountain. You'll find a black diamond known as Wapiti, as well as the Golden Eagle Lower and Ravens Ridge Upper, groomed for you today. And these are some of the details that you can find when you log on to beavercreek.com and click the link for your terrain status. As for me, tempting. I might want to get after it, but I don't have my gear with me. So it's going to be the haul all the way home and the haul all the way back. But for me, I'm not sure where you start your day to hit the slopes today. I know you're making your way to Beaver Creek.
Yep.
I can begin my day over by gondola number 7, which is the Weston Riverfront Gondola, which brings me to the landing connecting with Chair 15. And that brings me to the Ritz-Carlton Bachelor Gulch area connect chairs 16 and 18. And from there, can go anywhere. And that's pretty much how you can start your day, just being really creative and looking at the maps and choosing a different starting point and seeing a different part of the mountain.
Yeah, for me, we're going to head straight to McCoy Park. So we'll go up that Strawberry Park, crossing over that bridge. So kind of behind and over from where Ty is standing right now. And then you just go up and over the back. So it makes it really easy, really quick, fast way to get to McCoy Park. That's probably where we'll spend a lot of the day. So just wrapping up, don't forget there is a giveaway for the concert tonight on Instagram. So go check out Vail Valley Live on Instagram. Make sure you enter. Maybe you'll get a chance to win, and check out the Villar Performing Arts Center that we've been talking about. But really great show today. Ty, thank you so much for braving the weather at Beaver Creek, filling us in with all the stuff that we can expect to do. Again, we'll be back tomorrow and every day, 7:30 to 8:30. You can subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and then find us on Outside TV, Channel 17. 3 easy ways for us you to catch up with everything that's going on in the Valley. Make sure that you know how to prepare for the day. And thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow.